Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Look at this. Late. 9 o'clock, right? What it is? I'm not paying attention to anything. Almost 9 o'clock. Holy cow. Here we are. New Year's Eve. Final Fantasy 14. Oh, yes. You read it right. We are going to get a little Pandaemonia, or whatnot. I'm going to try to get through as much of this as I possibly can, all while counting down the new year. I'm old, tired. Hopefully I can make it. 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 more hours for me. 1 more hour for the East Coast. 2 more hours for Central Time Zone. And I will be in bed before Pacific Time gets there New Year's. Guaranteed. But with that being said, it is time to get into it. I gotta start the next one here. We finished third circle on the other night. On a whim. I was just like, hey, let's see if I can do this before I go to bed. And we did it. So now we got the 4th circle, so I got a lot of circles to go. And with a lot of storyline in between, like I said, that's why I don't know if I will get through all of it tonight day. Of course, to help me stay awake, I have naturally, of course, my 0 sugar, 0 caffeine drink. 2 of them. I have my on sale discounted vanilla cream soda, and then when that is gone, I have regular water. And when that is gone, not in any particular order, mind you, I also have my lemon lime seltzer water. So I am caffeine freed out. I should have made coffee. Anywho, let's go. I might actually still do that later, depending on how I feel. Much as I am loath to disturb Ericthonius, I'm probably not going to do voices all night long. I'll just read it. So soon after what just occurred, I am afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it will do him well to speak about recent events concerning both the keyword and his father. Brea. We will speak later, Asian. Hey, Eric. I'm just going to call you Eric. I'm just going to also turn on the auto. I don't feel like clicking everything. Hope I can read it fast enough without fucking it up. The creation of the ward which surrounds Pandaemonium was an astounding feat of magical prowess, a feat accomplished by none other than Laha Brea. That both my father and I can bind others in chains is perhaps the only thing that we have in common. Ah, so it is true. I'm Laha Brea's son, bereft of his talent for magics or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I had an inkling when you said you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you haven't been employed here quite that long, it had to indicate some long-held connection with Laha Brea. It was Laha Brea that taught me how to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was overseen by the words of Laha Brea, more specifically my mother, who was a researcher there. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword before Laha Brea. She is your mother, yes? Oh. How astute. I can see now why you were chosen to lead this investigation. You're the right of it. Athena was my mother, and it was she who invited me to join her here. Laha Brea had nothing to do with it. I see there is little love lost between you two. What I cannot see is why La Habria was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. And La Habrea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities, with nary a moment spared to mourn her. What love do I owe him now, when he offered not one drop of compassion then? Ah, I see. She is no longer with us, an expression to convey the end of a life. I have known only the public face of La Habrea. While he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances, I must admit that oft he comes across as cold. Apologies, but we can speak of something else. Oh, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand after all, namely, how to deal with Hesperos. We have yet to see the other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, he will be preparing for our next encounter. We cannot expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course would be to find him first and foremost. He said that he has become one with the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to internment? In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough merely to confine him after all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it all truly so that he could serve his master? To my mind, he's merely put La Habrea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. La Habrea is the chief keyword of Pandaemonium. How would throwing it into disarray win his favor? It doesn't make any sense. I share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has us at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek put him in fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? If you fail to contain him, I can always strike him down. Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you have faced in the past, but to see you so certain in all this is all the convincing I need. Very well, let us try Erechthonios' plan. I defeated... Thank you, Valoki. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hesperus spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of the Virgogolokos, a beast which feeds off the ether of its prey. It's a vampire! Likely that of the creation Hesperus merged his essence with. And we know all too well that he could change the environment around himself at will. The battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. Boom! Asphodelus, the fourth circle. Now available. Accessible. Whatever. Done. But you know what else I have to do in the meantime? While we wait. My gear's good. What I will do is, obviously queue up for this. Should I do some warm-up? Do some, like, other raids first? Who knows, maybe I'll get the one I need to do. I do need to travel. I need to travel. I need to see if I won the lottery now. For reals this time. Shit. The lotto can wait. I'd be lucky if I get... Oh, I won't. Okay, never mind. I'm not lucky. Hello. If I can remember this fight. It seems familiar. Dun, 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 dun. Clamp. Give him the clamps. I got it. Hey. Oh, I did wrong rotation. Whatever. Again, this isn't... Get him. Sweet. All right. Wow, want to do this, but I also don't want to get fucking stuck doing I'm scared that I'm gonna get near. It's gonna spend all night doing that. I needed to go won lotto. Mood lighting. Did I win? No. Did I win? Oh. 38426054. I didn't win nothing. Well, at least I got consolation prizes. Oh shit, Rubicante. Haven't done this one in a while. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Digging the remix. Final Fantasy IV was not my first Final Fantasy game, but it was the first one that I played religiously and over and over and over again. I've said this a million times, but when I played it, it was called Part 2 on the Super Nintendo. All right, guy.
The archfiend of fire has no equal. The glory of fire. Flames to lick at your heels. Darkest flames to me.
I forgot the things. I'm just gonna stay right here.
Naught but ash will remain.
Nope. Just playing it safe since it's been a... I remembered what I was supposed to do, but I forgot about I forgot how big or how small that cone was, so I didn't want to get too close. Burn! Oh, I got hit by it, damn it. Not my heels. Flames licking at my delicious feet. I forgot what I'm supposed to do. I always get confused on this one for some reason.
Dark flames to me.
Gonna turn that, and then it's gonna go. I can't ever figure this out. It always confuses the bejesus out. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. I'm dead. Oh well, fuck it.
Naught but ash will remain. All will burn. Allow me to show you real flame. You've strength worthy enough of pride. But will it be enough?
Oh fuck. I forgot about this phase. I just used all my cooldowns too. Yeah. Oh well. It's not that big a deal.
You are the first to behold this form.
Gentlemen, behold this form. It's not even his final form. Or is it?
The flames rise higher. Look now on my essence made pure. Destruction incarnate.
Ow. Well, that went faster than I expected.
To ashes with Come, O dark.
Did he just say what I think he said? What do you think he said? What do you think he said?
I shall tear you asunder. Flames to lick at your heels.
I'm just gonna go where everyone else is going.
Dark flames to me. Naught but ash will remain.
Alright. I think it's safe to say we won. Thanks, everybody. Mount Ordeals has ended. That also reminds me, what do I have? I got this one. Oh, I need to buy my tickets. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it. Please don't be the near raids. Six 054. Oh, 605. Okay, you know what? Fuck it, just go. Six 054. All right. One time I messed up and I accidentally bought one that just was all zeros. Needless to say, I didn't win anything. Or like a mini cactpot, please. Oh no, I can't win a big one. Oh no, I can't win the big one. Not bad. Oh, gotta go here. Oh no. Alright, we got all my gambling done. Actually, no, I didn't. Oh, watch me get really terrible at something. Oh, they're playing the Yojimbo game. We'll go cup a cur. Oh, I'm terrible at this. Brutal. Almost got that one done. And now I just need to keep winning till I got 100. I've lost count. I'm not even. Ah, I'm really bad. I'm never getting good at games like this. All right, got that one done. Oh wait, it's almost complete. Wait. Up for a challenge. Okay. No. Because that, I believe, is unique challenges. Congratulations. high school. Now I can leave. What else did I need to do? I don't think there's anything else I really need to do except just start getting the race done. I will go one more travel. The jam. Oh, there we go. Please don't be near. Please don't be near. Please don't be near. If it's near, be the first one. Okay, even better. Easy raid. Hello. Got some cutsceners. Someone leave already? We've already lost people. We lost our healers. Well, I hope the other 4 and the other alliances are paying attention. Um, Finding members. Hey, we got a full party now. Like, why would they leave? It's just like, oh, God, this one's too easy. We don't want to do it. Can we wait for our other healer to get here? And our dead monk? Oh, fuck it. I don't care about mechanics. Not on this fucking thing. Whoa! Just hit me. Oh, I should have brought that. I know what I should have done. Yeah, that was my fault. Well, not completely my fault, but I know what I did wrong on that one. I should have used that fire to defrost some people. I think we're gonna be okay. Well, except for this cryptid cat here. Oh, there's a thing in my... There's another thing in my way. How's someone dead already? Why is everyone dying so fast? I'm a dragoon. That's supposed to be my job. Green dragon? Oh, there's more? Oh, wrong button. That's why I wasn't turning. There we go. Labolas. I was just standing in that, you know. Why not? All that damage I took. Is anyone else going after those things? Whoa, boy. No, we're just like... Just beat this guy's butt. Beat his ass! Spears. Oh boy. It's only 9:30 and the yawns have begun. That's a good sign. Yeah, I got cauterized, so what do you want to do about it? I'll be honest, for a second there, I didn't know the dragon was dead, and I was still mashing buttons trying to fight it. Come, come. Sure, I'll fight that. I know I probably just focus on the boss, but pull through the cum-cums. Yeah. What? I think I'm just gonna... Ow! BRB, if I die, I die. That's good to hear. That seems to be the MO of this group. Oh shit, I'm not paying attention. Wow, what an amazing alliance raid this is turning out to be. I'm watching the cutscene. Oh, okay, well, are you ready? Who cares? We're going. Glad we had a ready check. I keep to fake someone's ego today. Ah, they got that one. I'll just start working on this. Everybody stack on everybody. It's an orgy in the middle. Oh boy. Or a cannon. I shall crush all who dare oppose me. No. Whoa. I keep pressing the wrong button. We got this. Doesn't matter. Thanks, everybody. Wait, you got that. That was fun. Okay, it's time. It's time. Is it? Oh, what's the normal rate for some extra money? Maybe it's a good one. Am I still an adventure in need? I am. Come on. Come on. I want that extra 1400. Maybe it'll be the one I need. Maybe it'll be... Well, there's a cutscene. Perfect. I get adventurer in need, and I get my fucking thing done. Hello, everyone. Spooky eyes. Emethios. Oh no, he's hot. Oh, look at the jam. Get away, right? Let's see. What am I doing? That's always a good thing to be saying in the middle of a fight. Oh, crap. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't get me good. Oh. I am unsure of what happened there. Did I touch those spikes by accident? Oh, that's bullshit. Just leave me dead. I got this. I'm back in the fight. Maybe. I'm just gonna stand right here for a second. Contemplate my life choices. Cloak. Oh, it's knocked back, right? Sword. All right. We got him. Thanks, everyone. Could be worse. Pandaemonium, Asphodelos complete. Loot, that guy was after the chess pieces, right? So I'll pass that. Pass that. Need that. Hey, I got it. Pass. Everyone else can have everything. Oh. Oh, there you go. I can't believe I got accommodation for dying twice, like, back to back. That's fine. Someone was nice. They're like, you know what? Here you go, pal. Oh. Contained. It contained. Fools, I will not be put in chains. Ah. Stab him. To think that I would fall before one such as you. Perhaps I should have treated you as more than a mere nuisance. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. The secrets of my transformation, the secrets of my deception, they shall return to the star with me. You are wasting your breath, Hesperos. We have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that. Yes, yes. My repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. I remain loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. Sure. How did your ambition lead you so astray, Hesperos? You were better than that. Your star shone more brightly than any other in Pandaemonium. You had La Habrea's respect, his trust. What more did you seek that would forsake all that, and sully your legacy besides? Well, this is the end of the first tier. So there's going to be a lot of talking. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plan lay in tatters. I fail to see any dignity in that. Even so, I would have liked to know why he chose this path. Hesperos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous that fate had chosen you, and not him, to be La Habrea's son. So terrible did this jealousy become that he sought verboten power, power that La Habrea would be unable to ignore. How does the pursuit for respect warp one's heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? Never heard of such a thing. It happens, but that doesn't mean it's not as uncommon as you might think. I said all that with a nod of my head. I see. I admit I cannot but find it vexing, but perhaps that signifies not but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand that it has to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you true. How is it so desperately wish their light would fall upon you again? But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. We must find the other warders and round up the remaining creations forthwith. That, at least, we can be certain. I believe I can be of help in that matter. The influence of Hesperos' magic is fading throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control? Can you really do that? Aha. Indubitably. What is this presence? Ericthonius, what lies beyond that threshold? That's the passage which connects Asphodelos to Abyssos. Why? Be on your guard, you two. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense disturbances in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssos. A warding sigil? How? Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to appraise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over. Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandemonium's troubles. My head is still swimming with questions. But what could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this? Oh wait, what could this mean? It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper even than Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It's possible that the same magic could have poisoned Hesperos' heart, twisting this affection for La Habrea into a burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power he could not refuse.
I'm gonna give you an offer of power you can't refuse.
Wait, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to reason they wouldn't stop with him. Indeed. Our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for his experiments, or more potential erythethoi. What you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Do not lose heart. Do not lose heart yet, Eric. Hesperos challenged us alone, and that tells me that the process of his creation was long and a taxing one. He was the first Hemitheos, then the rest of the warders are likely still alive. However, much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandaemonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Asphodelos. On the contrary, I yet can retain control of these circles, and thus can wield internment magics within their halls and at will. Creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that. Nothing stopping us from returning in order to Asphodelos. Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have been returned to their confinement. However, you are Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved, of course. I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but... Dot. You mean to send a report to La Habrea? Too soon to say. Let us find a way into Abyssos. It would be best to withhold our judgment till we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even so. If it means saving even a single life within Pandaemonium, then I'm not above asking La Habrea for help, should it come to that. Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperos' action in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with that utmost caution. To that end, Ericthonios and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as we remain in Asphodelos. You should take this time to rest. Surely you're weary, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Themis' burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he's shown he's more than capable to bear it. Still, I would help whoever I'm able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you two, and I mean to repay that debt I owe. I don't know what I can use outside of replace creatures, but I'll find a way. I could have slowed down. Nonsense, you owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of the magics which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the Hippocampus' assault. Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths. It is only by combining our respective expertise that we'll reach the end of it and see Pandaemonium saved. Thank you, Themis. Hesperos's words seem to have affected me more than I realize. Together, we've come this far, and together, we'll reach the end. I have no doubt we will. Even so, let us allow Valokia's rest. Besides, you have someone waiting to report on your progress, yes? I dare say your story will be much more than they have ever imagined. Ah, yes. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Help us. Alright, where are you? Look at all these quests here. These level 80 quests. Where are you? One day, I'll just start in one land and just start doing all the side quests. Until I've got them all done. For the lore! Welcome, Valoki. Back from the past, none the worse for wear, I see. So what did you find? Welp, I got a story to tell you. So there is evil afoot in Pandaemonium. An already ominous place, I must say. Mythic beasts and missing warders. Truly, we are fortunate to see you return to us in one piece. Here's the voice Valoki heard from the crystal spoke the truth. As for who left it behind and why, those are yet questions to be answered. Indeed. It could be someone who lived among the ancients, or it could be someone trying to avert tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet ilm by ilm, we shall unveil the mystery, with the help of Valoki, of course. By his actions, the fabric of the past reshaped, yet he returns to the same present he left. Which can only mean one thing, that his intervention in Pandaemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. Time travel's wacky. There's no telling what consequences would arise if we stopped pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling in Pandaemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures should escape, what ripples could carry forth to the future? It might wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would leave an indelible mark upon history's pages. That despair would only feed the terrible beasts that arose during the final days. First final days already had drastic effect on the eons that followed. The scars it left were made even deeper than we risk losing our present entirely. Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I've asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandaemonium? Yeah. Your tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there is aught we can do to ease your burden, you need only say the word. Speaking of which, might you return the crystal into our keeping? While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further. Take it if you can. Oh, too slow. It shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time. And as matters in Elpis seem to be in a similar state, I must ask that you rest. Alright, you heard that. No more Pandaemonium tonight. I'm going to bed. Forget New Year's. Speaking of New Year's, Happy New Year to all the people on the West Coast. 7 minutes late. I was stuck in story. Here she'd be glad to offer her services. We know researchers in numerous fields that would love to get their hands on artifacts from bygone eras, but give you goods in return that should aid you in trials ahead. Furthermore, if you ever wish to pursue the records of events you have reported here, NIMGG has been taking faithful and thorough notes. She is at your complete disposal. I sense that we have embarked upon something monumental, something that will dwarf all else I have accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor nor reassurance than to have our capable assistance in this endeavor. If there's anything to be found that will contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mysteries of this crystal, and you will be the first to know when we do. Yo. Oh, I get all of those. Whoa, that's creepy. Cracking open a cold one. Lemon lime seltzer water. I party hard. I hardly party. Professor Claudian, where are your manners? While I understand all too well your enthusiasm, I must remind you that even the most academically inclined for a composed recounting of events. Ah, yes, of course. My apologies, Haloki. Being consumed by my research for so long, I'm afraid I have quite forgotten how to engage in civilized conversation. Ahem. In that case, perhaps we should start from the beginning. With the crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides containing the memories of a party yet unknown, they cried out for deliverance from Pandaemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and powerful. And the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and powerful mage. Fortunately, your martial prowess, the combined magical talents of your companions, Themis and Erichthonius, was sufficient to restore order to the circles of Asphodelis. But the greater threat remains. In the depths of Pandaemonium, a presence yet stirs, its intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. That is the issue at hand, is it not? Yeah. Things are shrouded in mystery. Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memories stored within. Analysis from this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically, the yearning to be made whole, and indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint but identical signature. This can only mean that another such crystal exists in our time. So, my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching etheric signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Professor, will this expedition be carried out only by us, or will Voloki grace us with his protection? I'm afraid he has more pressing matters to attend to, my dear Rusinard. Ruisinaud. Namely, to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandaemonium, where this all began. From all that we have heard, it appears that time traversal from the Crystal Tower is not fluid. That is to say, one can but travel on predetermined intervals. It would be prudent to check on occasion, in case there are many unanticipated changes. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask that you remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. Can't mean, do you tend to search for the crystal on your own? Why, yes. That would be the most efficient use of the resources, would it not? In fact, I have already commissioned a ship and a pilot for the very purpose. I trust you take good care of the laboratory in my absence. Farewell. I'm off for adventure. Science. I apologize for that somewhat abrupt departure. When progress is in sight, Professor Claudian tends to become blind to all else. That's fine. Indeed. He has been worse than usual. While I cannot fault him for his excitement, I do wish he would spare a thought for those around him. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for the crystal seemed to be simple enough matter. Let him have his adventure, and upon his return, I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Valoki, it may be best to return to Pandaemonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. Speaking of which, I did have a request of my own to make. Traveling to Pandaemonium requires you to pass through Elpis, correct? There's something I would have you investigate in my stead. For those creations confined within Pandaemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that's their whole story. Barring exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being consigned to their shackles. And if we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Ah, brilliant. Delving into these records may shed light on creatures Valoki has yet to encounter. If your theory proves correct, that is. While there are no guarantees, it certainly beats the current strategy of rushing forward blindly with only his strength to carry the day. For your own sake as well as ours, please unearth what information you can. Go. Quest accepted. Is this how I get the savage versions? Yeah. I don't need that. $580 gear. What can I get in the... This must be Savage. Savage drops. Probably drop the Mythos. $640 gear. What does this look like? Oh my. It's got glowing things. I don't need that. How do I get to Elpis from here? Is there a way to get to Elpis from here? Or do I have to teleport back? I don't remember. Oh! Final Fantasy IV got to streamline the whole vendor system. Yeah. I guess this isn't where I go. It's been so long. I don't even remember how to manually get back to Elpis. Yeah. It takes some getting used to. I find it. I'm always behind and I never know what's going on anyway. Trying to just stay caught up. As you can see, I'm very behind. Except on main story. I got main story done. What am I trying to do again? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I do have to go here. Okay, it is through. All right, I get it now. Yeah, since I'm all... What I've been trying to do right now, since I am completely done with MSQ for the time being, I'm going back and doing all the old content that I had to race past because I had fallen behind for a couple of years. And this is the last thing. I just finished the Omega raids and the Eden raids like a couple of weeks ago. So now I just got Pandaemonium to take care of. Oh my gear. Good. All right. Bum 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 bum. Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. You seek records of Pandaemonium's creations. Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. I should not be surprised if we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. Ah, so you know each other. I was dreading having to once again scour the archives, but perhaps instead I'll rest for a spell. If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. Yeah, I had done the... as should we... Or I have undone the warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Fortunately, while Pandaemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Erichthonios' capacity to keep watch over Asphodelos while I am away. He works diligently to master interment, that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. Since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you accompany me while I attend to another matter, more idle suspicions that I would like to chase down. Rest assured, it shall not take long. I hope so. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the Naos to Pandaemonium. Yeah, I had only done, like, the first two, and then I put it on the back burner for a long time. And I just did the third one last week or a few days ago. About a week ago. and the fourth circle tonight. So I furnished, just finished the first tier, and now I'm working on starting the middle second tier. Helping out the son of Pandemonium. I mean, not Pandemonium, the son of La Habrea. You know what? Since we're here, I don't even know if this is the one. I'm just doing it. Okay. What if I stand right here and do it? Let me guess, you're going to have us talk to La Habrea himself? I have pondered our expedition into Pandaemonium. I cannot help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be good or ill. Hesperos and Erichthonius were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looks to his father with bald hatred. What are you saying about bald people? I would not expect a familiar such as you to understand this, but such extreme emotions toward a single individual are quite rare indeed. Naturally, I feel gratitude toward my mother and father. Yet, we are all equals in the larger picture of the star. This view is not unique to myself. It is more or less accepted as the way of things. By contrast, the researchers of Pandaemonium seem to view La Habrea with a feeling approaching obsession. Whether driven by love or hate, they have all been drawn to him. There were many of the aspects of the facility's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided the best course of action would be go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of the words of La Habrea. My apologies to have kept you waiting, Master Themis. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandaemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed. In particular, I wish to know why exactly Pandaemonium was built directly under Elpis. The facility is overseen by the words of La Habrea, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? At first, I thought to be simply a matter of convenience. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could be easily ushered into their new homes. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the words of La Habrea themselves. Given this, albeit limited information, I cannot but feel the Academia Anadir would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, and ones we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandaemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they are now. As you surmise, the majority of the creations kept within Pandaemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet as the years passed, interests changed. Failures and creations deemed too flawed even to submit Elpis's paradoxically... Failures and creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis paradoxically drew the attention of Pandaemonium's researchers. Got it. We got there. That is quite the change, and in fact it almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be the subject of research? Well, Master La Habrea, of course. Such authority is reserved for the Chief Keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. Aha. So if Pandemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Habrea's authority, correct? I know what you're suggesting, but the keywords also had some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Habrea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible. Although I admit of late their communication has been somewhat sporadic, but we recently received a report from one of the keywords stating that all is well within Pandemonium's halls. What? Really? And you're certain that keyword sent it? Yes, of course. Our communication suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you that the words did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. Thank you. This information will be helpful in my investigation. That will be all for my prying. And I shall take my leave. While you are yet permitted to conduct your investigation freely, I must remind you that the warder's work is delicate, and it would be remiss to disturb them for longer than is necessary. All is well. A blatant lie, and that we can both attest. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not why our adversary sent that report, but 'tis plain that we must return to Pandemonium with haste. Long setup. All right. Oh, my Phoenix. Ah. Do the thing. Oh, wait. I cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill. As does the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind has at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they may have tipped their hand, and we would be remiss to leave Ericthonius at the mercy of their machinations. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. All right. Get to the 5th circle eventually. Not quite. I've traced these sigils countless times, yet still I lack the strength to maintain the spell. And now, time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? Ooh. There is something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leave much to be desired. A speaking eyeball with feathers. You allowed this familiar to catch you unawares. Have you set your sights so high as to forget you walk upon the earth? Know this creature, a familiar of the Phoenix. I want to say Phoenix so bad every time I see it, but that monster is locked away. Ominous familiar. That is it. In spite of the trouble I went in freeing it, I might add. Begrudge me for addressing you in this ill-fitting form if you must, but with control of Asphodelos wrestled from my grasp, 'tis simply the best I can offer you. Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. Now, there is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course. The wisdom of Allah Habrea, your father. And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I've heard those words many times. The scolding of a tutor whose students struggle to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. No. I've not told that to anyone, not even keyword Hesperos. That can only mean one thing. That still you insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, La Habrea. At last you move to keep up. Pity that you remain behind, nevertheless. What? As ever you are, always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate deigned to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Pandaemonium's great experiment. Oh, there's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. But what wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred, is but a consequence of ignorance. Our desires align more than you know. But are you? Uninvited guests join our reunion. It seems fortune no longer favors you. Now stop and don't attack. Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I am no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperus low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. 'Tis plain there are worthier subjects to contend with. All right. Thank you. If you had shown up a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. There's something I must tell you. I know who's behind this. There is but one person who can hold thrall over familiar, creation, and keyword alike. Prologue. Chapter 5. So there can be but one conclusion. La Habrea was the driving force behind this chaos from the start. There is logic to that. There are few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast, with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny, even as it provides him the authority to wield dangerous magics. It may serve his veil and mantle both. La Habrea again. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. Misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by La Habrea I know. You've met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? Well, when I met him, it was much, much, much further in the future, and he did cause Ultima an area and kill lots of people. Baja Brea is capable of far more than you know. Is he? So you believe La Habrea to be a man of few scruples? It brings his goals closer in reach? That alone should be enough. But let me assure you, La Habrea holds nothing so dear as his own ambition. While he may not be one to let emotion stand in the way of his mission, I cannot believe that there are no depths to which he would not stoop. Although we met but briefly, the impression he left on me stands in stark contrast to your evaluation. Though his methods are ever unorthodox, they seemed guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There's one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandaemonium and pull back the curtain on the mystery ourselves. Indubitably, a wise course. I would not deny the truth if I saw it with my own eyes, even if it was discomfiting to behold. And we must move forward with no excuse of caution, or excess of caution. Mahabrea, or whomever is behind this, has likely spread their tentacles, kinky, into every corner of Pandemonium. We can safely assume that the other keywords won't greet us with open arms. Agreed. Let us make our way through Abyssos, one careful step at a time. I shall stay by Arachthonius' side in case our enemies think to target him again. Could I trouble you to take the vanguard? That's what I do. Warrior of Light. Thank you. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my phantom warriors will still come to your aid. If it does come to battle, the keywords magics will put us at a disadvantage once again. Excuse me. Luckily, we have you to even the scales somewhat. I trust you shall be liberal with your weight. All right. Oh, now this is where I get worried. How long, first of all, Nosferatu. Okay. Oh, and he, oh, I already have that one. Okay, how long is the queue going to be for this? It says less than 5 minutes. All right, I will be right back while that's doing its thing. Okay. Still forming the party. At least I know that if get in there and get out, it'll spit me back out here. I guess in the meantime, if I wanted to, I could keep traveling other lands, looking for the blue quest markers that unlock more stuff. We're almost there though. We only need 1 healer and 2 DPS. Sitting here, I'm just gonna make me eat my M&Ms. When does this end? The 9th, which is next week. Right. Yes. Oh, man. I'm excited. I can't wait for the upcoming weekend. The Fan Fest. Japan. Ready to see what they announce. I'm excited. Can't wait. I guess they'll finally announce what the the next job is. Completely thrown off by the bumper. Still kind of intrigued. I better stock up on some scouting gear. I don't know. That's just theories. All right, come on. 2 more DPS. And then we got this party going. That's the downside to not having any friends and having to use Duty Finder. One of these days, maybe I'll learn how to use this. Just create my own. Hey guys, I'm trying to well, sometimes I just like reading these just to see what's going on. I'll create one of these. Say, hey guys, I need someone to carry me through all the Pandaemoniums. Do-do-do-do-do. I wonder if a lot of these are just people having looking for a female partner. People use the Party Finder as a dating app. Just looking for a girl to be my companion. I'm looking for those Warrior of Light is looking for his Eidolon. Is crystal? I don't know. I got nothing. Come on, man. 2 DPS. How's it? Why is it DPS for the only ones not here? I want to get this going. I'm eager to see what is this. The 5th circle. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Now I'm nervous. Talk a big game until the queue pops. Now all of a sudden I'm like, fuck. I hope I don't die an absurdly amount of times. Light party. Full party. Oh, I'm gone. We're all gone. Oh, yeah. Proto carbuncle. All right, everybody. First time here, as you can tell by me watching the cutscene. I need to get out of there. I'm digging the music already, though. Can I hit it from here? Crunch. I think I got it. Can't move. Okay. I hate when I don't know what's going on and I use my cooldowns, then we get stuck at a cutscene. What you gotta do? We're jamming. Solo. Toxic Crunch. Toxic Crunch. Sounds like a Street Fighter move. Oh god. Oh god. I'm just gonna stand right here. Oh no. Okay. Oh. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, it's gonna go. Okay, I see what it's doing. Oh. Um. I got it. I know what I'm doing. I'm actually doing good. I'm not doing great. I mean, as far as my rotations go, but mechanically, I did fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Ah. You know, to spare the people who are in the group with me, they should have did this cutscene after the duty complete. All right, everyone. Well, there's only one person here. You can have that. 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 And you can have that. And I will give... Oh, never mind. You don't get a commendation, though. Fuck you. I got one, though. Yay. Oh. So this is where research is conducted on creations imbued with poisons and venoms. Erichthonios and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. Yeah, I have that effect on people. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Dun, dun, dun. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can't forego introductions unless I have misread you. Oh, he knows. La Brea. Am I supposed to know who you are? I'm all too familiar, Paragon. A charming appellation, but I'm afraid I hold no such position. No, I am La Brea of the Convocation of 14. You truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Uh-oh. What is this? Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to ether, but you remain unaffected. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year to everyone in the Central Time Zone. Counting down. Such thin aether and an unfamiliar composition besides. It's no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Erichthonios' wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Mother, you would dare hide behind her name. Listen well, Erichthonios. We are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Erichthonius, wait. There's a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Brea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. What is this? Heisenberg. Simple request. Themis, was it? Trifle soon forgotten as are you. I have my answer. The La Brea that I knew took pride in the convocation and would never suffer its denigration. You sully his station with this farce. Themis, what are you saying? La Brea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Brea would never call me by my name, Themis. The Miss. What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Foster, you have no right to claim that form, that mask. Ooh. It was a mask that sickened me to wear. The mask of La Habrea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right? Any worth you may have hinges on Any worth you may have hinges on on that which you so despise. I got it. I can read. Such trite provocations. I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Erechthonius, listen well. I am Hephaestus. And it is I whom you should call father. I'm your dad. What? Name of creation? We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order, Elidibus. Let us return to safety so you may provide it. That sounds more like the La Habrea I know. I'm not going to react to that's Elidibus. Before we depart, however, I must offer you an apology. As La Habrea said, I am Elidibus, one of the convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. I had a feeling. Your perceptiveness does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as La Habrea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. Please help him. Save him. I'm hearing things. As you are aware by now, I am known as Elidibus. After my dear friend Azam and I detected irregularities in Pandaemonium, we decided best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I'm sure La Habrea, as well, is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azam nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with his highest recommendation. That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. Somewhere in the world, a guiding star so similar to himself was out there, amused Azam to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in his heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Vana, who held the position of Azam previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself that made the decision to trust you all the easier. She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me. To believe you would never lead me astray, I wanted to tell you that. Well, All right. Let's do this. I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Habrea, and truth be told, I had hoped we never would again. See, now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what is it? That thing that called himself La Habrea, and why is he spitting an image of your younger self? Kind of hard to believe you only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandaemonium. Do you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandaemonium, including the fact that Asim and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. But no reason to insert myself into the situation, for a time that was. Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestus' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning. I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation, not without good reason at least. As you well know, the name La Habra is but a marker of my station. It's not the name I was born with. Hephaestus has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire. All the emotions that we're loath to acknowledge within ourselves, or that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. What you say is true. What purpose would such a being serve? He is the product of experimentation gone awry, a reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. He spoke of my mother. He looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, is he right to do so? Yes. His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. And now that he is awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandaemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster into our star. As chief keyword of Pandaemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. What? You would leave the other wardens to their doom. Is a choice befitting La Habrea? You disagree. You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star. You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandaemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet, as you can see by Arachthonius' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Aslam and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. It was the only way I could truly determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken a moment to consider another path? No. You've spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Valoki has stood against. Valoki, is it? Being of such aethers I have never seen. What are you? He is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to his stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their sails. I am the worst. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion about Loki. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. It's too soon to give up on saving the others. La Habrea can't be trusted. What was that you said about being an emissary? Dude. Classic hero line. It's too soon to give up on saving the others. Agreed. We still know next to nothing about Hephaestus, and I highly doubt La Habrea has been forthcoming with the truth. But we've managed to regain control of Asphodelos. He must be made to see that there is merit in continuing on this path. Have it. Speak in your official capacity as Elidibus, the emissary. Judge which approach is more sound, and even La Habrea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what this means, right? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all the same, seen what you've seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. It's over. Blow up Pandaemonium. Raid's done. Very well. Then in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandaemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into abysses, interring any mythic creations we encounter along the way. I have yet to witness Veloki's might and Arachthonius' revolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand, and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandaemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. You are bolder than I remember. Hey, thanks, Dad. No. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Veloki, come find me when you're finished. Arachthonius is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray, lend an ear to his troubles. Their weight might be lightened. Do, 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 do. Oh, Eric Thonios, where are you? Hey, pal. You do have my gratitude, ill-fit as I am to show it at the moment. Your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. Okay. 41 more minutes. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other keywards did all their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. Am I gonna have to fight that thing? I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world. They don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. Besides, Hephaestus has secrets yet untold. Secrets that would be buried if Pandaemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. While La Habrea was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It's almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it's not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know, at last, what befell her. What do you think, Veloki? Does the La Habrea you know have any regard for the lives of others, or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? Ultima. I have no idea what he might be like in this age. What would possess him to do that? Even for La Habrea, such an act would be a black mark against him if it were made known. I can't imagine how much your ally suffered. It is plain there is much to consider. Thank you, Valoki. It's easy for me to get carried away by emotion where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Habrea that we are capable of saving Pandaemonium and its keepers. The most convincing way to do that will be to regain control of Abyssos. Although I'm loath to admit it, you would know more about the depths than any of us, and seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities, may deign to help at your suggestion, if only to see what you can do. Can you go ask my dad if I can play outside? Ugh. Oh yeah, it's a real party. I'm having a second seltzer water. Ericthonius appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elidibus tells me you share some relation to Aslam. Your unusual aether does not mark you as a familiar. It's unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. You think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand. Aslam never ceases to surprise. Previous Aslam was much the same. In taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions in people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourselves in this matter, true danger of Asim's nature is its tendency to infect all those he comes into contact with. I bet Selk said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however, only your deeds can speak for you now. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it? Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie with it. Chief keywords reach far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred into the deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of Hegemon. Hegemon? Keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her, still there is something else at work. Dad, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into Hemetheus, doubtless against her will. Loki, Themis, we must rescue her from that cruel fate, and if we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Ericthonios. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. I'll show you who's getting carried, Dad. 6 circles now accessible. All right. Like, when I first started this little excursion tonight, I was saying that I'm not sure if I'll get through all of them. I literally did not know there would be this much story in between them. This is only going to be the 3rd one I've done. But it's fine. I mean, I'm cool with the story. I just didn't know if I clearly did not have enough time to do all of it. Which is fine. It gives me something to do next time. All right, here we go. The 6th circle. Minimum level of 585. Cool. See how long this takes. This one didn't take too long. It took about 8 minutes. Oh. Just trying to stay awake. All right. I don't know. This one doesn't look as promising as the last circle. Even though it said less than 5 minutes on the last one, at first, there was also more people, like, right off the bat. And as you can see right here, I'm still currently the only person in queue for this. I'm gonna go roam around. I guess since I'm in Elpis, I can look to see if there's any blue quests for unlocks. You know what else I'm gonna need to do? I still have to do Palace of the Dead. Anything? No blues. I also don't remember which one is, where's the, this? Yeah, it is, okay. Are those something that's blue? Minstrel from another mother? Oh boy. Wandering minstrel stuff. At this rate, I might as well just bring the little dish of M&Ms over here. I'm just going to eat them all night, aren't I? Hello, minstrelling wanderer. Is that a wandering minstrel? Wait, aren't you? Yes, I thought so. Valoki Tassin, correct? You've been keeping very busy if all the rumors are to be believed. Why are you staring at me with such intensity? Pray tell, have I said something to offend you? You can cross the rift, you of all people. Judging by your cryptic comments, I gather I bear a resemblance to someone you know. But I can assure you that we have never met before, you and I. Don't believe me? Then let us be friends. The more you learn about me, the more you will come to realize how different I am from this other me. I'm a wanderer by trade, but a minstrel at heart, keeper of tales, a singer of songs, a preserver of forgotten truths. Yet in defiance of my itinerant nature, I have elected to remain here for a time and compose new works. You being a traveling sinner... Excuse me, what? I'm sure you've seen your share of adventures. Such stories often serve as best inspiration. Perhaps I could persuade you to regale me with one or two? Oh, and look at all these extremes. I'm all ears. Esteemed of Fae folk, venerated ruler of the Pixies and Kingdom of Rainbows, what tragedy for Titania go forth in defense of their subjects, only to be corrupted and transformed into that which they fought to defeat. Mad monarch, once beloved, then feared, and finally set free. There, 'tis done. You shall be the first to hear it performed. For love of the faithful, king fought light and fell. Here's spirit corrupted and thrall light spell. 4 treasures did lead him into castle door. 4 treasures did free the king from torment evermore. I can only imagine the horror that must have gripped Titania in the moments before the transformation was complete, knowing that the very people you had sworn to protect would soon suffer and die by your hand. It is an all too familiar tale of those of us who have struggled to survive in the wake of the flood. We can hope the night's return and comfort the soul, should some aspect of it endure. Passing of light, the Fae now dance beneath starlit skies, where before they mourned, they now rejoice. You made this possible, my friend. Look forward to hearing more of your adventures. Extreme. I don't want to unlock Warrior of Light Extreme. Normal's hard enough. I'm going to do all these eventually. The benevolent savior who would lord over paradise itself. The only ruler fit for a stagnant monument to hedonistic excess, Lord Bothry. Of course he would claim the title of innocence for himself in the end. I cannot speak to whether or not he was a monster as a child, but I can sing of the monstrous deeds of what became of him as a man. Do 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 do. Beneath blinding skies, the Lord of Light remains supreme. From his lofty perch to floating fortress, he retreats to plotted scheme. Heavenly exile, born of man and sin, embrace your ascension, and fall, warden resplendent, in vain pursuit of perfection. Though he summoned every ounce of his strength as champion of light, in the end Bothry was no match for the warriors of darkness. He would be the first to cloak himself in the trappings of righteousness. They are too common by half, some might even say. Nonetheless, I hope his example serves as a reminder of what evil men may do in the name of so-called good. So-called. You and yours did well to lay him low. No doubt you will confront other villains in the days ahead, and I should be most eager to hear your full account after. Still no tanks, no healers. Yes. Oh, this is the problem I faced getting near the end of Omega raids. The Eden ones queued up all relatively pretty quick. And the Omega ones were going well too until I got to the last last tier, and then it just like stalled where I was just waiting and waiting like 15 to 20 minutes at least per queue. I'm already getting that, and I'm only at the 6th circle. Right, because everyone's doing the last 4. Maybe those. I figured that because this is the latest content, it'd be faster. I want to talk about Hades, the video game. Oh. Pray, tell me more. Well, Emmett Selk. There's part of me that cannot help but feel that it's not my place to tell this man's story. Think of the ambitions that spurred him to wreak such wanton destruction, those that compelled you to see that his dream would die in vain. And yet, if you will permit me a moment's indulgence, requiem for a hero. His homeland lost to memory, though through eons did he strive. Dark masks he wore, fell plots he hatched to keep vain hope alive. Till the end, that fateful day when shadows clashed with light, true name revealed, his dying wish, remember us as we fade into night. Well, it's a challenging subject to put into words indeed, and yet I can take some small solace in knowing that the entirety of the tale, in all its tragic and terrible glory, live on within you. I must say, I find it quite fascinating how this Emmett Selk chose to reveal his true name on the verge of the battle that proved to be his downfall. I'm reminded that the Knights Blessed have a similar tradition in which they conceal their true names outside of rare occasions, such as funerals. What significance might the act of announcing his true name have carried for him? A matter to ponder, perhaps, should you wish to fully grasp the nature of your foe, shadow of your light. Minstrel's Ballad, Hades Elegy, now accessible. That was in my last book and I couldn't do it. Okay, before I talk to that one, that's going to take 14 minutes. I'm already at 15 minutes. Oh, I got a tank. All right. I'll use the restroom real quick. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. Can I make it 17 more minutes? Will I be in the sixth circle when New Year's strikes? I'm surprised I even made it this far. I didn't think I was going to. I thought I'd fall asleep at my computer or waiting in one of these queues. Just like, oh, well, that's been entertaining, right? Like last night, I stayed up. I watched the AEW pay-per-view World's End. All right, it was good. Nowhere near one of their best. On you know, I wouldn't even say it's in the top 5. But there's some good matches. Edge Christian was great. Kingston Mox was great. MJF Joe was good. Probably one of the better matches on the show, but once Adam Cole came out, I knew there was something going on with that. I was like, oh, it just my old wrestling watching instinct has struck me that Adam Cole is involved with MJF losing this belt. Well, I don't think he really was in the match now that I think about it. He just lost and then the thing happened. Regardless. So after it was over, I stayed up much later than that because I was following the media scrum afterwards because there was some shit that I was wondering if the media was going to ask about. I don't want to talk about it here. You know. Anywho, so it was like about 11:30, and I was like, I have got to get to bed. So I went to sleep, and then I woke up at like 11:30. 3 hours later, about 3 hours 15 minutes, 2:45 in the morning. I'm awake, and I'm tossing and turning. Next thing you know, it's almost 4 o'clock. I've been tossing and turning, wide awake in bed for an hour and a half. Son of a bitch. I'm just laying there, and then finally I look at the clock, and I remember seeing it saying like 5. Like my alarm is going off in an hour and a half because I have work. And then I fell asleep. My alarm went off. And I was like, shit. I was super. Fortunately, the best part was that the night before, I had prepped everything for work. So I literally just had to get up, start my car, turn on the coffee, start boiling the water for my oatmeal, and everything was ready to go, packed up, ready to go. Got to work, and my lunch break, I took another like 25-minute nap. Usually I don't nap when I'm there. I like just lay down in the back room, my earbuds on, and listen to something with my eyes closed, my beanie pulled over my eyes. I just kind of like lay there and just zone out for the day. But I actually fell asleep this time because next thing you know, I was like, oh my God, I'm awake. I woke up because I started snoring. I woke myself up. I remember going, and I remember going, Did that ever happen to you? Fucking hate it. And it only happens when I'm laying on my back because I don't sleep on my back. Never been able to. I used to only sleep on my stomach until a few years, almost 5 years ago. After my my DUI that led to my sobriety, I had I'm just going off on tangent. I don't care. I'm talking. I'm tired. I'm practically now we're at 20-minute wait, and I'm the only one in the queue again. It is New Year's Eve. Maybe everyone's jumping off the game. I don't know. Either who. So back to my story. I'll get back to the whole sleeping on my side and back and stuff like that. So took a 25-minute nap at work, and I got off work, and on my way home, I was like, man, I really want to stream tonight for New Year's. I want to do this like Pandaemonium stuff. And but I'm so tired. I don't think I can do it. My friend was texting me like, "You better do it." All right. So here I am, tired, delirious, ready to go to bed. Fortunately, I work tomorrow, but I don't have to be at work until noon. So I will not be setting an alarm. I'm just gonna go to sleep. And even better, this is like it all lined up perfectly. I don't have to be at work till noon. And I also don't have to work out because tomorrow's one of my rest days. So I could just sleep, wake up, hang out. Happy New Year! I'm almost there. I got about 11 more minutes. And where was I? Oh yeah, so yep, 11 minutes for me, or 10 now. But yeah, so that's the only reason I even attempted to stay up this late tonight. Because I don't have work till noon, and I don't have to exercise tomorrow because I can rest. It's a rest day, so. So yeah, so I was getting back to like I never slip on my back, and even when I do start to doze off when I'm on my back, I start to snore and it wakes me up. Now before that, I used to always just sleep on my stomach, and then after I got my DUI and I sobered up and everything, a couple weeks after the DUI, I'd fallen down some stairs after work, and my knee was like swollen, like huge, like almost the size of my head. It was big. You could see it through my jeans. And then I couldn't sleep on my stomach anymore because the way that it was so painful that the way I angled my leg, it felt like it was breaking. So I had to start sleeping on my side. And then ever since those months that I was sleeping on my side with my knee injury, I've not really been able to go back to sleeping on my stomach anymore. Now I always sleep on my side, which has its own set of problems now because now I need more than one pillow. Because I have one for my head that I sleep on, and then one that I have to hug because it supports my shoulder, because if my shoulder starts leaning over, that hurts. And then I need one to tuck between my knees. I'm a big baby. I need all my pillows. Oh my god, am I ever gonna get this queue? Yes, I got this. I got the cats now. All right, Miss Strolling Wanderer. Let's talk about the Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light incarnate, you say? Consider me intrigued. Pray tell this tale. As such a fierce battle unfolded atop the tower, the culmination of a conflict spanning eons. And by your hand did you strike down this Elidibus, thereby putting an end to the Ascian menace? The Ascian menace. Had you not prevailed, we would not be enjoying the peace which we now have. We all owe you a tremendous debt. And yet I cannot help but spare a thought for the defeated. Though history will paint them as villains, the Asians were driven by a deep and abiding desire to which all men may relate. When one imagines the anguish and sorrow they must have felt, victory seems to lose its savor. So such thoughts trouble even he who dealt with the felling blow. I am neither a philosopher nor a leader, just another minstrel. So pray, allow me to speak of it in a language that is near and dear to a minstrel's heart. Love. When two men fall for the same woman, even should all things be equal, the feelings of one is destined to be unrequited. Thus is there never a shortage of the broken heart, drowning their sorrows in taverns, and nary an evening goes by without me called upon to sing mournful ballads of love's lost. Yet in spite of the pain that love inflicts, man can stop seeking it out no more than he chose to stop breathing. Nay, he will never cease to struggle to find love, no matter the weight of sorrow and regret he bears. The yearning and desire drives him on. Oh! For love is the greatest emotion of all. It is a veritable force of nature, transcending reason as it moves us to action, causing old wounds to tear open anew, again and again and again. Yet, by the same token, it makes the love at which we finally arrive all the sweeter, and we should savor it, let nothing diminish the joy it brings. Even should you taste bitter defeat, the sorrow you feel is testament to the strength of your passion. The flame that burns silently within you, perceivable only to you, and you alone. There is no need to extinguish that flame. Nay, let it burn until it is spent, and one day, the ashes it leaves behind will become something more than the remnants of your pain. I understand. I think. That'd be something I say. Ha ha! Such are the words of a minstrel, my friend. They must be somewhat open to interpretation, that the listener is allowed to find his own meaning. But I digress. We were speaking about the battle between the warrior of light and the warrior of darkness, and such a battle it was, an exemplary subject for song. I believe I shall place the focus on the piece upon the climax of the confrontation, better to weave an enthralling epic. The epic of two heroes, one arrayed in light and one clad in darkness. I'm just looking. Are you seeing? Oh, I'm looking at the crystal tower. Oh, there was no song. It's just there. All right. Now that that's all unlocked. Oh my god, it's been 30 minutes and it's not. It's gonna take forever. Again, like I said, it's New Year's Eve. I'm not surprised if, since it's already past midnight on the East Coast and Central Time Zone, that they're probably all going to bed now. I don't know how many people are. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get to the sixth circle tonight. Oh, well. At least I got fourth and fifth done. there any other? I think these are the. All right, we got less than a minute. "30 seconds. I'm gonna laugh at this. 20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year to me and everybody in the Mountain Time Zone. There it is, January 1st. Happy New Year. Thank you, thank you. Happy New Year. If I had like little poppers, it'd be like pop, pop. Then I'd have like confetti all over my floor, but whatever. I wonder if there's anyone outside shooting guns. It's cold out there. It's quiet outside. It's cold out there. I don't think anyone's out there. Of course, at work today, someone did ask us at the liquor store if we sold fireworks. And I said no. All right. Okay, well, we didn't get the sixth circle. I hate jumping. I hate getting out of the queue. I've been sitting in it for so long. It bothers me that I would just leave it at 35 minutes in. Of course, I don't know if I'm even going to get a party formed tonight for this one. I'll give it till it says 40. So it gets 3 minutes and 45 seconds more. If I don't get in, I'm going to do something else, and then I'm going to bed. This is taking for... Yeah, it's going to be a bump in the road if the queues are going to take this long to get this part of Abyssos done. Because I can only sit here for so long. Well, what I am going to do, though... Curious. I got to remember what these are. These are the... the roll ones, right? Like, oh, you need to be Magical range DPS. You were the healer. So this one's probably tank. Yep, okay. I'll have to do those at another time too. Actually, I don't even know if I have jobs that could do those. I guess technically my sage could. That's it. Then I'd have to learn how to play sage. I guess those quests would be a way to do it, huh? Practice in those quests. Still never tanked or healed in an actual... I'm gonna say in a dungeon, but with the duty support now. I've done it in duty support, but I've never done it with other people. Kinky. I'm still too scared to be a tank or a healer and put other people's lives in my hands. I'm like, I'll just stand over here and kind of DPS. Oh, we got a tank now. Oh, we lost our healer. This Q is never gonna pop tonight, is it? Is this the part where my prediction comes true, where I sit here in a queue for this raid and the stream? I'm gonna miss it because in the stream I'm just gonna be like this. Oh. 15 seconds. It's been now almost officially 40 minutes and not a queue. God. I want to use Party Finder. I'm gonna get... I'm gonna create my own, say, need Pandaemonium carry. Oh, we got 2 tanks. Come on. I might make it go fast. Come on, people. I want to get this done tonight. At least this one more. That'd be swell. Okay, so there's no more blue quests here. We're gonna go ahead and see what I can see. All right, any here? Nope. None here as well. Oh, we lost one of the tanks. Yeah, okay, I'm getting out of this queue also. What if I just do this? What if I just reset it? Now it says more than 30 minutes. Oh, crap. Maybe I didn't reset. I don't know if resetting anything works like that. I'm just giving something a shot. No, it still says more than 30 minutes, so I don't think I'm getting Abyssos tonight. All right, I did Rectica. Meg. Almarang. Oh, there's a blue one up. Oh, you know what that is? I know exactly what that one is. That just unlocks the Savage Eden raids. I'm not ready to have those unlocked. Kalusia. What's this? Okay, we got something. Right. Was that a second one? No. Okay. Well, at least got something here. Whatever, run it. Oh, am I gonna learn how to lolly ho? Lolly ho. After you left, I said lolly ho to every soul I could find, and now the whole village has started talking to me. A couple of the lads are even helping me invent some new automata. I'm well on my way to becoming the most famous smithy in Tomra. But if I'm to be a truly legendary blacksmith, there's just one little thing I'm missing. A drop of grog. Ain't the Tomra's bruiser bad, but if I could get my hands on an extra fine fermented beverage, then I reckon I would work. I reckon my work would really take off. So any idea where I might find a barrel of the good stuff? Right, ale? And this drink once put their village on the map, eh? Well then, I'd best take a trip down the cliff and have a chat with their leader. You're covered with me, ain't you? What if I said no? I'm the Phoenix. Shit. I'm almost there. Dive bomb. Well, look who it is. Hi, Loki. How wonderful to see you again. Last you were here, I've been officially appointed as Mayor of Right. As such, my days have grown busy with visits to neighboring settlements to reacquaint myself with the region's politics. My old bones protested the exercise, to say not of the strain upon my rusty faculties. Speaking of visits, I see you've arrived with a companion. Hi, I'm Ronit of Tomra Village. Don't think just because I'm smaller than you that, lolly ho. There you go. Lolly ho? Oh, I've heard of this. It's a traditional dwarven greeting, is it not? I see. Well, let's not ignore the customs of our guest. Ahem. Lolly ho. Lolly ho. Not bad for first timers. Not bad at all. Everyone's happy when their lolly ho gets a lolly ho. Now let's see a barrel of your tastiest grog. I beg your pardon? I'm not sure I follow. Ah, well, I'm afraid we're still struggling to improve the fertility of the land itself. Yet we're unable to grow barley at sufficient quantity and quality to brew the ale which we were once famous. Aye, it's a matter of trial and error at this point. Sorry to disappoint you. Here now, what's with the sour faces? You just need something to liven up the soil, am I right? Some experience with cultivating fields, Master Runnet? Hell no. I'm a blacksmith. Going back to Tomra, great. Okay, it's still 1 tank, 3 DPS. I'm gonna give this queue until everyone starts dropping out of it. I might give it a shot. Oh my god, or not. I'm falling asleep. How good am I gonna be in the thick circle? Oh, there's a mountain in my way. I made it. Oh, we got a healer too. All we need is 1 tank, 1 healer, 1 DPS. We're good to go. Come on, guys. Please. I'm praying to the RNG, Q, everything's. About time you showed up. See, I remember something Zimet told me once. Zimet, can you tell me that story about Amity again? The bit about trading goods? Villagers in the right are having trouble growing crops. There are scratchy fields, and I want to do something to help. You're thinking of rock phosphate used to trade to Yulmore? That's the fertilizer, is it? Aye, crushed in small bits. We can spread it over a field to enrich the soil, but the old seam was mined out years ago. What's going on there? That sounds perfect. You know, aside from there not being any left, no one kept a stockpile then. We lost the healer. Well, they might still have a chunk or two over in Amity. That was where the old trading house used to stand, neutral ground and all. Alright, to Amity I go. I suppose you'd best come along. So tired. I should just abandon this. I can't. Too stubborn, I guess is the word. I don't know. Stubborn to do something? Stubborn to wait? Wally ho! Oh, fine lolly ho to you, sir. You got this, run it. Why do I have to grab it? Any luck? Right here, sir. Go back. Oh my goodness. We got a meeting. Oh. Oh my god. Called them all the way back over there. Uh-oh. I'm grounded. Here we go. I don't want to take my hand off my face and hit the space bar. Jesus Christ, Rona, how far did you make these people travel for this fucking rock? Oh, you didn't. Or maybe you did. Wally ho. Warhound Ogre. Such a colorful name. Is that what I think it is? You invented a servant to not only track down rock phosphate, but also carve it out and cart it back. How did you accomplish such a feat? You learn a thing or two when you aim to be the best damn blacksmith this village ever saw. I thought that trolling bucket of bolts would lead me to you, young runnet. It's more than a blacksmith, you're a fucking engineer. The eldermost elder. Oh, you must be Chief Zema. I'm Siluk, Mayor of Wright. Master Runnet here was just... No need to explain, Zema already told me everything. About Zamot and Zamut. Seems you've been working your beard thin for Wright's folk in their harvests and woes, eh? Fine example of bold diligence, my boy. Master Runnet, they're truly grateful for the lengths to which you've gone to assist us in our hour of need. All I want is some fucking booze. I'm only doing this so I can get some fine ale to drink. Ale? You're too young to drink, you snot-nosed stripling. What's wrong with admitting you was just trying to help? Chief Zema, you can't outright say it like that. I'm building an image here. Oh, dude. Everyone's laughing. I'm not laughing. Standing here waiting for a goddamn cue to pop for over an hour. I said, yeah, I could get around. Once more, you shine a path forward. That's what I do. Warrior of Darkness and all that. Hey-ho! Or we're just gonna leave me standing out here all by myself. Just give me the money. Oh, I said I'd finish the quest. And I did. And there's still no... And I'm out. Can't wait any longer. I don't know how long. It's already fucking 12:30 now. I see something. I don't want to do that dungeon. Oh, yeah. 239 this week. Tomorrow's Monday. Do a leveling dungeon. That could give me something. That says 9 minutes. Fuck that. It's too late. It's too late for Duty Finder. All right, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope everybody has a fantastic one. Thank you all so much for stopping by and saying hello. Or just lurking. Lurkers. You're the backbone. You're very much more appreciated than you'll ever know. Even if we say it. So, oh fuck. That was at 9 minutes. How come the thing that said 40 minutes in? Oh, what is this? I don't know what this is a level 90 dungeon. Ugh.
All seems in order with the lens, and I trust you can hear me.
This guy's wearing the same clothes as me.
Those things are pure malcontent, the residue of lives unfulfilled.
Oh, are we stopping here? Ah. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like, ah. I was hoping if I was queued up for a leveling dungeon, I'd get something like some Rayflock's Long Stop or something. I don't know. Visceral hate. What is this one? Don't we get like a... There we go. We're gonna throw like whatnots in the ground and oh shit. My voice is cracking because I'm tired. I can't do it. I'm so... The music is so good, it'll sustain me. I didn't do that one again. Why does it keep giving it to me? Whatever.
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you. The ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
I'm fine. Well, I will be fine. Something like that. I didn't mean to hit that button. Whatever. Can't get out in time. Fuck it. Right? I'm gonna die. This fucking thing. Fuck it, I'm fine. Tired. I play like crap. Actually, yeah, it's not true. I was playing just fine. It was just that one spot I started doing terrible at. Here they go. Don't worry, cleaner. I got this. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to keep my eyes open.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far. You will persist in this folly no longer. The stage is set.
I don't remember this boss. Left. I almost ran into it because I was thinking my left. Bad.
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction. What a boorish audience you are!
You want to do it or shall I? There you go. Thanks, everyone. I don't want any of this stuff. Get out of here. Oh, fuck. They got out before I could. All right, now with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. Having a good night. What is everything else I said before? Have a great year. Thank you for all for stopping by and saying hello or just lurking. That's what I was saying. Lurkers, thank you. All of you. Everybody. Love you. I'm tired. I'm having keeping my eyes open and making sense.